here we go, Mr. Leatherman, with all your kneecaps. This is a nice solid bit of plastic, similar to what you're dealing with, but this is for, it's an interior door handle on a car door. It's just the plastic cap for that, that's all that is. But look at it. That's big scratch there, all these scratches there. Those ones are quite deep in, considering. These are out of a scrap car, so it's been dragged across the ground and stuff, and God knows where else. I've got scratches all the way down here, all the way across there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit it with some 500. Yeah, I'll see how this goes. I might have to go down a bit, but all of this will be smoothed, all of it, the entire lot. Okay, I'm going to have to do the entire lot just to show you, so you can get an idea of exactly what I'm talking about. So I'll go through the process using the 5. This one's used. I've got more. Then onto an 8, and then where's my Trizact? I've got a Trizact 3000 somewhere, so I'll throw that over it afterwards and see how it comes up for you. Give you an example, and you'll see what I can do. Thank you. See you in a bit. Less than 5 minutes. Okay, that's the 500. Now I was going on dry, but the paper clogged up a bit too much, so I used a squirt of Bulldog BDX. You could use something else, or you can use water if you want. But yeah, you notice the difference. You can see the difference there. I'm just curious and interested about that. I wonder if this is a coating on top of a different plastic, because all that around there, and it's going there as well. So this sort of like lake around there is normally what you see when you sand down paint. So that would be your colour, that would be your undercoat, and then that would be your bare metal. So that's what you normally see when you sand down paint. So I'm thinking there's look, there's something on top here, whereas that is so. But yeah, the scratches have gone. These ones are a bit deeper. So I'm going to spend a few more minutes on that little lot just to get rid of them, just so you can see and understand and see the process. Like that one there as well. And look at those scratches, they're awful. Yeah, but those ones there, almost completely gone. A few minutes, 500, and a bit of that. There you go, somewhere between 5 to 10 minutes. With wet and dry, 500 grit, and the vast majority of those scratches have gone. You can see that there's still a few in the plastic there, but they're tiny, and I'm not really going to go panicking about them like that, because this is just a piece of scrap. So, but that's the 500. Now I'll go over it with the 8. I'm not even doing around here, I'm just like holding that so I can do this. So I'll go over it with the 8. So yeah, I'll spend about 5 minutes with the 800. But the point of the 800 is to get out the scratches that were made by the 500. So you can still see, like especially there and across there, there's still a load of scratches created by the 500 disc that the 800 is yet to take out. But overall, there's another one there, another few. Where's my finger? There it is. Yeah, there's a few along here as well. But like I said, this is scrap. This isn't perfect. It's just to give you an idea. And for what you're doing, you don't even need to be so precise as getting every single tiny little scratch out anyway. Because some of your plastics are going to have lettering on it that's going to be damaged, and you'll never be able to restore that or replace it. So you're just trying to bring up the surface so it doesn't look so badly scuffed, if you so choose to go down that route. So now I'm going to hit it with some Trizact. Where's me disc? Where's me disc? I'll show you it. Where is he? Yeah, this is a used one. It does say it's a 3M disc. It's all the way up, boy. Yeah, down the bottom is probably easiest. Trizact. There you go. This particular type of disc. Okay, this one's a 3000. You can get them in thousands, 5,000s, etc., and they are really incredible. They're absolutely amazing. It's not like a typical paper as you know it. Each little grit is basically a tiny little pyramid all over this. So you're cutting with diamond, basically. That's why I've gone from a 500 to an 800 and then straight onto a 3000. You do not normally do that with most discs. You'd be looking at 1,000, 1,500, 2,000, 2,400, etc. to do what this is about to do. And depending on this plastic, what this type of plastic is, this should work same way as it does elsewhere. All right, so I'm going to run this over for a few minutes and see what we come up with. So there you go. There's about 5 minutes with the Trizact 3000. You can still see some of these old 500 scratches which are left behind, but look at the surface. It's a lot smoother, it's a lot flatter, and if I'd have spent more time with the 800 then probably even a new one, because it was used already, but yeah, you get the idea. This will all disappear, and I think this is a coating on top of the plastic. Remember that little island? It's got bigger and bigger and bigger the more I've sanded it. So you can tell the difference, because here, you look at this light, it's all spread out and misty and stretches across the surface. But the plastic that's exposed, look how it focuses the light. It's just central, it's right there, you can almost see the bulb itself. And I think this is the type of actual plastic that you're dealing with, and not necessarily anything coated, because most of your plastics are clear with like carbon fibre or something underneath them. So this is what you're actually looking at, and you know, there's not a mark on it except for those original scratches, which are still yeah, if you can see them, there's a couple. Yeah, there he is, right there. See, that's one of the really deep ones that there's no point in getting out, but everything else, you know, and for what you're doing, you'll knock it out of the park, mate. So now you can still see this sort of misty, cloudy stuff. I don't know how this surface is going to come up, but what you do now is where have I put it? Ta-da! This is one that I use. I also use that on stuff as well. This is all really, really great stuff, depending on what you're working with, what surfaces. Even for experimental type stuff, it's just great. But this is basically, it's a compound, and it's a solid bar of it. This isn't the one I'm going to use. I'm going to use the gold one. This is a Rouge. You'll find loads of different brands online, so you know, take your pick. Just rubbing compound for plastics. The gold one is, this one isn't, the gold one is. It's around, it's just I can't find it. Oh, I see it. Right, so I'm going to stick it on my little buffing wheel. So what I do is I power up this bad boy. I rub the compound onto the spinning wheel. So the wheel spins, I stand there and I hold the compound on there, and it fills the wheel up. Then I'll be rubbing that onto it. Right, here's the gold one. This is the gold. Dialux Gold, alright? That's the one I'm using. As you can see, the yellow block, I've already rubbed it onto the wheel, so the wheel's yellow. So you just stand there and rub it on like that, hold it on, and it'll go around the wheel like that. Then I will be using the plastic piece on this. So I'll hold it up against it and rub it up. You can use like a cordless drill with a polishing mop or buffer or anything like that on the end of it. Your choice, depending on what you got. And I don't know if you know, but I'll say this just in case you don't or do. The wheel is spinning that way, round and round. So if I push onto this like that and I pull up, I'm actually using the compound to cut the surface. But if I go down, I'm using the compound to polish the surface. Alright? So go with the flow to polish, go against the grain to grind. Okay, cool, right, see you in a minute. Yeah, very interesting. It's taken some of that surface off. As you can see, the surface is still, whatever this coating is, it's like rubberized or something. It's really, it's got to be some form of rubber or something. But yeah, you can see where I'm taking it off with the grinding compound, and of course it reveals more scratches. You didn't see them before, but now you do. You see them again. You could, depending on how finicky and fine you want to be, you could do this process again. Start back off with the 500 and just sand that particular area down onto the 800, 3000, same process, and you'll get rid of that if you were that way inclined. But otherwise, all right, and look at the shine on that already, and of course you can see all the other little scratches that were left behind. There's that deep one, and it's revealed more up here, but that's that remaining deep one. But look at this, you still see it's like a little bit cloudy. That's because I've been grinding. So now I'm going to polish, so I'll be going down with it, down with the wheel. Whoa, hey, it's like a black chrome or an onyx or something. It's beautiful. Yeah, minus the scratches. Yeah, okay. Ignore the scratches. But that polished plastic is absolutely. I could do that more. Look at that. It's like a. Ooh. It's like the end of a motorbike exhaust pipe right now. But yeah, and you can see like some of this. Ugh, your rubbery coating is also buffed up rather nicely, and it's a big improvement on what it was a minute ago. Actually, this didn't take long. You don't need a lot of pressure, and don't forget to reload your buffing wheel with the rubbing compound as well, okay, to do the polishing. So you load it up for the grinding and you load it up for the polishing. But yeah, not a lot of pressure when you're polishing. You just want to literally let the wheel and the compound do its business across that surface, because you're not taking any more off. You're refining the actual top layer. But there you go. That's basically what you're trying to aim for. That sort of thing. And as to how good a deal you do it is totally up to you. I mean, I wouldn't be too upset if my kit came back with tiny little scratches in it like that, when there was like loads all over it, you know. I wouldn't be too upset about that. I'd be absolutely well chuffed just to see this shine in that plastic. It's lovely. Yum. All right, I'm out. Hope that helps. Ta-da.